Oh, I think we're live. We are live. Mm, This would be Morning Yo in the afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I made a special exception for my friend because I love him. He's a really good friend, but he does not wake up early. And he was like, hold on. What, Craig? I'll put you on. You trying to, what, Craig? What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking already. Go
Oh,
ahead, do
no, I
your
had it.
intro. I was gonna say I love you too, bro. It's hard for me to get up early. Okay,
I know.
it's hard.
He was like, I was like, can you do it at 9? He's like, yeah, about 11:30. He goes, but it's for a good reason. I started working out. So you started working out?
I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's full of shit, man. It sucks. It's like
Why'd you start?
heavy and it hurts, and then you're sore.
Why'd you start working out though? Seriously,
I
do you want
gained
to get muscles and stuff like that?
no, I gained the quarantine 15, which was more like 20 for me. I did it just to
Did you
sleep.
really?
hmm
Ah.
But then I got COVID, and then I lost the 15. So
Oh, but so you got COVID. How was your experience?
it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
I had the 5 days of hell. I then got the flu.
Now, hang on, Craig. What's your hell? You say 5 days. What's your hell?
I was just weak and achy. I could breathe though. It definitely, the shortness of breath was psychological. Like, it wasn't hindering my life, scaring me enough to where I should go to the hospital. But all of a sudden, I'd be sitting down on the couch and then just go, and then I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Whoa, that's not normal." And then, because of the news and the media and everything, of course, I was just so scared. I was like, "Oh shit, it's gonna get me." But then it went away pretty quickly. But yeah,
But it did go through your family a little bit, right? Is everybody okay?
no, we lost an uncle, Uncle Gilbert Ariano. Yeah, he passed.
From COVID?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh man, I'm so sorry, bro.
yeah. It's pretty awful. Uh, yeah, but everyone else survived. Fuck.
Did it all happen at that one dinner?
No, that
I remember
this
you telling me about a dinner you went to or something, and that's how you think you got it.
I actually did not get it. I got it later. Like, I
Oh,
was
you
a
got
month.
okay.
I was a month later to the
Got
COVID party. Um, I actually don't know how I got it, but because I was quarantining, unless it was from Target or Trader Joe's, I don't know where I got it, because at that particular moment I was pretty locked down when I got it.
damn.
Yeah,
Man, I'm
yeah.
so sorry for your loss. And
Thank you.
what's tough about it right now is you can't even celebrate their lives in the right way.
No, it hasn't even like fully hit my family, just because, I mean, of course it hit us, of course, but not, we can't hang out and do anything together. So on family vacations, there's just going to be an empty hole in our heart.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that up,
I'm
Michael.
sorry, buddy.
I'm just kidding.
Well, no, you know what?
It's real life. It's life.
It's real life, but we
awful,
see
but it's
all the
true.
death toll going up. It's over 520,000 people. And I've actually, I talked to a lot of people that's been through COVID, but they haven't lost someone to COVID. So that's why I'm interested. Like, and this is my last question on how was the funeral? Did y'all even get to do one, or was it?
No, just thank God for nurses. Nurses.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's part of their practice, but a nurse brought a iPad and we got to do a Zoom, say our goodbyes. But other than that, I don't even know if it was the hospital. I think it was just the nurse, because she's a fucking angel.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did that. But we're gonna do it later when we open up, and
Yeah. Are you getting the vaccine, or are you gonna
No.
hold off because you just got it?
I had COVID, and I don't trust corporations that can profit but cannot be sued. Yeah.
Okay. No, I got you.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, if you're gonna make money off me, if you fuck me up, I should be able to make money off you. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Well, I took that shot. I got my first one a couple days ago. So
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. My family has it too. I'm a big. I mean, I believe in your right to get the shot, and I believe
Yeah,
in
me
my
too.
right to not get the shot. That's
And
how I stand on it.
and that's how I stand on everybody. Like you could choose whatever you want. Like that's my thing is I don't think anybody should be like, oh, you're not gonna get the shot. Because eventually enough people will get the shot where it will
Yeah.
balance out. But look, for the weaker people, and I guess I fit in that category because I almost died. I think I almost died because they didn't know how to treat it.
Yeah.
Because it was so like they didn't know what they were doing when I was in the hospital, but now they got a better grasp on it. So and go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't want to say like I'm not anti-vax. I'm
Yeah.
fine with it. I'm just young. I'm not asthmatic. I'm not diabetic. I'm
Yep.
not obese, and I just had it. I'm like I'm gonna wait.
Well, yeah,
wait.
you don't want to put anything else into your system right
It's
now.
like what? Why would I need that? It's probably gonna fuck me up because I have low immune system because I just had
Yeah.
COVID. I don't know.
When you're in the gym, because I can't picture you in the gym. When you're in the gym, like what do you work out? Like what is Craig's workout?
It's a shit show, bro. Well, I have a personal trainer, my buddy. Yeah, you gonna leave it up to me? I'll be doing the little pink.
So wait a minute, you got a personal trainer now for weightlifting?
Well, yeah, he owns a gym, and it's just actually because of COVID, I think he just started doing like one-on-ones,
Okay.
And then yeah, it's kettlebells, and he's got me doing all sorts of weird shit, and I'm uncoordinated, and I'm weak, and it's like hard, and I'm sore. But it helps for sure. I could hit it harder. But it's definitely I've lost weight and gained some muscle.
Oh, look at you. Look at you. And then I see you always going to the chiropractor as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Just snap.
Where are you living at right now? I don't not the exactly, but is it
I live by the beach, Hermosa Beach, South Bay.
So you live by Comedy and Magic kind of?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that's so nice over there, bro.
I love the area. It's the best.
Isn't it great to just get out of Hollywood?
You did it first, and I was like, oh, you were like that.
Dude,
you saw it coming. Poof. Oh, you were so smart. You're ahead of the game. I joined you like 5 months later, and I still got out early. There's still people in there. I'm like, what are you doing?
Dude, I'm telling you, homeless is everywhere there, and it's just people on top of people. And once I heard you move to the beach, it's just like the thing is, if you live in California, you need to enjoy it. And being in Hollywood is not enjoying it. It's just a bad way to live, to tell you the truth.
You got to be a millionaire to enjoy it. Let's be real. Everything's expensive. You got to be rich. If you ain't rich, it's kind of a struggle. I was an artist hustling, so it's a little bit different. I kind of had to be there, but now that it's shut down, I don't have to be there anymore.
Now, how are you going to handle when it opens back up, making those long drives every night to the
That's
Improv?
Gonna suck.
Yeah, because that's a good 40-minute drive, especially when things start back up.
Oh, it's bare minimum 45 minutes.
Yeah,
that's a good drive.
Yeah,
an hour and a half's a bad drive. Yeah, it's gonna suck. I'll deal with that as it comes. I'm not too worried about it because I get shows now and I don't have to hang out so much. And it's at night and traffic dies down at night. But yeah, it already is getting a little old. Like I did a podcast in the Valley at 5. It took me an hour and a half to get there. I was like,
the worst.
Oh.
So what is the most unique show, or I don't want to say worst, but what is a show that you walked away from during this pandemic? It was like, I'm never doing that again.
Zoom shows that I continually say yes to. I did one right before this.
How was it?
Awful. It's awful.
For the people that everybody knows Zoom, but how is it for you as a comedian doing Zoom, and what was so bad for it, so people can really understand?
Well, this particular one, the audience was muted, so I heard nothing. And then my internet crapped out. It just, when your system reboots during mid-set, so I had to do it on my phone. So then I was only performing to my face, not the gallery view. So at least you could see faces smiling. So because of that technical difficulty, which happens every so often, I'm now performing to my face with no laughter.
So who put this show on?
Well, this was a good one, and this is why I can keep saying this. This was for a rehab.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
I'll always do those, but I can't do. I stopped doing like public ones where it's just 10 to 80 people or whatever, and it's
Yeah.
just feedback and noise and chaos. You're like, what am I doing here? I'm yelling at people in their living room in Iowa to mute their screen because I can hear them eating dinner.
Yeah,
You're just
it's
like,
I did 3 Zoom shows, but luckily they were very organized, so it worked out pretty good. But I've heard nightmare stories about
about
Zoom.
2% of them are organized.
Yeah.
Those are okay. The rest gots to go. They
So
gotta go.
so now I see you're headlining everywhere. You're doing a lot of headlining. How's it feel to start at Trader Joe's, lose your job at Trader Joe's, go, I'm 100% into comedy, and now you're actually fucking doing it, bro.
Headline in the middle, bro. That's an
Headline in the
inside joke.
middle.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody, it's the best feeling in the goddamn world. Michael Yo is the best, as we all know, because he always took me on the road with him.
I did.
When I was working at Trader Joe's, when I was fired from Trader Joe's, and then when I did JFL and got managers, he took me and the joke headline in the middle, I posted a flyer that didn't have him on it. But I didn't know that. I didn't know. I stick with my answer because anyways, I was trying to headline and not be known as a feature. I didn't know the etiquette. Anyways, bad move. I got made fun of by everybody. Ian Edwards, Lenoci, all of them. They hit me up like, "Hey, so you headlining now?" I was like, I'm like, yeah, in the middle. I'm headlining in the middle. So that's where the bit comes from. Everyone gave me shit for that. I was like, I didn't know. You know that.
It was great. It was great. I know you didn't know. That's why, and see, that's the thing. That's why I made fun of you, because I know you didn't know, and it was from love. Because I was like, he doesn't know, but I'm gonna make fun of him. So it was pretty fun. But now you're making flyers, and you are headlining.
I am the headliner, not in the middle. Yeah, it's the best feeling. Also, I see flyers with other people doing it, and I go, "Oh, I get it. Like that's it." Yeah. You ain't the headliner, fool. You in the middle. You're making the whole world think you are, though.
So do you now do you stress out about ticket sales now since
Absolutely. That's a different kind of pressure. I hate it.
It is, man.
My heart. There's so much. You got to do some new material. You got to do some old shit. Some of them want old shit. You got to sell tickets. You got to go on last. They're drunk. There's the check drop. Oh. The check drop is so hard.
Yeah. Well, it depends which room you are. Piece of advice, if you can, if you're cool with a manager, if they stagger the checks, it helps a lot better.
Yeah.
When they drop all at once, oh, dude, I don't care who you are, you lose the room.
You lose.
You know what I mean?
You lose the room. I'm learning about tricks though. Like Bert Kreischer, I heard, plays a game with it. He collects ones and does a raffle and like gives it to a server, and like makes it an event. And I was like, what? I need to learn that trick.
Or you can do what Brian Regan does. He brings his brother or a comic out, and they do 7 minutes up front. He does the hour, and then they do the check drop.
Wow.
Because his whole thing, this is what I heard. Because his whole thing is, I've worked too hard to deal with check drops. And plus he's doing auditoriums, but even in clubs, like bigger clubs, I've heard of comics bringing like a person that will do 10 up front. They do an hour or 50 minutes or whatever they do. And then they drop the checks after he gets off. So the other comic has to perform or play games or do whatever during, and it kind of makes sense.
I'm going to do that. As soon as I heard that, I was like, that's genius. I don't want that shit anymore.
But doesn't it make sense? Like you work too hard to be the one taking tech drops.
To get the hardest spot.
But at the same time, a lot of people say they want to be the last person the audience sees when they say goodnight.
Yeah, I do understand that.
But you're not the last person, because still the host comes out anyway and says good night, everybody, and all that. So I've always wanted to do it, but what comic is going to come with you to just do check drops?
There's a million of them. There's soldiers out there. They'll do anything. They're like cockroaches. You can get anybody. Whether you'll like them or not is another story.
Oh,
the caliber of them. Yeah, you got
only travel with people I love.
Yeah.
If you got any questions for me or Craig, just hit us up. Just hit us up. What's popping? Lamar Parker. This dude's doing a fast for 40 days. There's no way I could do that. I'm sugar free though. I'm sugar free.
Oh, I eat a lot of sugar.
I've been sugar free since January 1 and it's March 11th. So in 3 months, 3 months and 11 days, I've eaten sugar 4 times.
And it's a game changer, right?
Dude,
You're just
I feel
better.
great.
I
I've
know.
lost 20 pounds. I feel amazing.
Cancer. It's just awful. It's just this.
Well, that's what changed the game on me is I was watching TV and a doctor said, if you have anything wrong with you, when you eat sugar, it's like adding fuel. It's like giving it fuel and it just goes faster. So I was like, if anything's wrong with me, I wanted to go slower so I can catch this shit. So I took out sugar and after the 4th day, I don't even crave it anymore. It's weird how you can just lose the craving for stuff.
That's the craziest part. Like once you get used to it, like with me with the drugs and shit, I'm sober now. I'm like I'm on autopilot now. You just get used to it. It's just that was just different.
How do you stay away from stuff though? Because we're in an industry where it's all around. Sure. So is that what you instead of drugs you do sugar and then comedy?
Sugar, comedy, coffee.
Okay.
You just abuse other stuff, and most addicts, 95% of them just go to donuts and candy. It's true.
Get fat as fuck.
Yeah, a lot of people gain a lot of weight when they quit, but then a lot of people lose a lot of weight because they're not drinking, and it just depends on who you are. But yeah, most 98% of people who are sober drink too much caffeine and eat too much sugar. But it's still better than the other bullshit, but it's still awful. So you're just like, oh, you're like, can I have any vice?
Oh, I know. It's sometimes like this morning, my wife eats healthy. Now, here's what's interesting is when you have a family, Craig, like if your wife, like now my wife is kind of taking my lead. She eats sugar here and there, but she's living a better lifestyle now. And this morning she made toast and I hardly ever eat toast. But I was like, you know what? I haven't had a piece of toast and whatever. And it's all about moderation. I say, give me half of a piece of toast. And it was the most delicious thing I ever had in my life.
And then
but it was Ezekiel bread from Trader Joe's.
I love Ezekiel.
It was healthy.
I got it. That's the only one to get. It's sprouted ancient grains, not bleached flour. Why do we bleach flour? What's going on with that food industry?
I love it.
I was going to ask you. So my mind is, it's like, I still want to live life. I know I should quit sugar.
You don't need to quit it. Just cut it back.
I was going to say, I actually have because of COVID. My girl was like, no more sugar because that's all I wanted. But like, what's like a happy medium? Like, are you allowed like ice cream? I don't know if I could give up ice cream. Have you had Ben and Jerry? You know what I mean? On a Sunday?
Yeah, you know what I do is once a month. Well, I do it on like my first month, February 1st, I had sugar. And I ate so much sugar that day, I was sick. So it made me not want to eat sugar for another month. But my Valentine's Day, me and my wife had a private dinner. We did a dinner and they brought out dessert. So I had it there. So that was 2 times I had sugar in that month. And then I had it March 1st. So that's 4 times I've had sugar. So what I get is normally like whatever's out there, like whatever my wife wants, because she loves these crumble cookies out here. And I'll do that with her. Like I'm a cookie guy, but I don't really.
I was just gonna say, you just do whatever. You're breaking you better get an $8 chocolate tier. Chef,
but the only thing I really love is pecan pie.
Okay.
But there's nobody that makes a good pecan pie except my wife's mother. My mother-in-law makes a phenomenal pecan pie. It's like literally, I tell her every day she should sell them. It's so good.
My mom and my aunt make you some, but yeah, it is hard to find a good pecan pie.
Yeah. You were just in Minneapolis, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
All 6 for 6. Usually I have one stinker, where there's like hardly anyone. But not this time. Yeah. Sold 2 out, but it's COVID capacities. So
yeah.
It's still cool, still a win, and it feels good, but it's I don't even know, I believe, what are they at, 30-40%?
Are you I mean, and your merch must be just flying.
Merch is awesome. God bless merch. Loosey goosey right here. Bam. And I just stand out there and shake hands and sell merch.
For the first time, I did Phoenix because what I've been doing is popping on a bunch of people's shows to just feature, just to get up because I'm working on this new special I want to get out. And I headline as well, but I like jumping on people's show where there's no responsibility. And I jumped on with Eric Griffin in Phoenix and he let me sell merch. So I was like, I got the shots. I'm good. And man, it was like, damn, people just buying everything now because they haven't spent money forever.
Yeah, and if you're out there and they just saw you and you made them laugh, and it's the best. Like, I watched Joe Coy and what he did, and you got to meet your fans. You got to shake hands. They're the reason.
Well, you don't need to shake hands, Craig. Are you shaking hands?
No.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, I wash them afterwards.
Okay. I'm elbow dabs. That's all I do.
Yeah,
it's the elbows.
I'm
all about the elbows.
Yeah, any fist pumps, elbows.
I don't think
I'll ever whatever. Something polite. I don't know.
I don't think I'll ever shake another person's hand, bro.
Yeah, I've been doing that. I don't give a shit.
I do the man hugs, but not recently. But I can't see me just going, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm done with it. That's just me. I don't know. I don't think we need that anymore.
So I'm becoming an old man.
Get it out of here.
I like it. I'm old school.
I'm older school than you. I'm older school.
I'm old school, Michael. Let me tell you about it. Let me tell you about the 90s. You're like, bitch, I came up in the 80s.
80s, man. I remember, what was it, man? I was in like it was like 2010 or something. I was dating a girl and my wife is 12 years younger than me. So this girl was like probably like 12 or 10 years younger than me. And this is when I knew, you'll date somebody and then just automatically they weren't born in your decade. I go, yeah, I want to hear some old school music. She goes, oh my God, Nelly is awesome.
You're like, I want to rock him.
I know. I was like,
KRS-One. What are you doing?
90s.
What is your old school? What's your old school?
Oh my God, Public Enemy.
Oh yeah,
LL Cool J. You had Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie. You had Rakim. You had, oh my God, Leaders of the New School, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul. That's what I came up with.
That's what I did too, because I'm dude. As you know, I'm half Mexican. I know I'm white as shit. But my Mexican side, my sisters is 5 and 7 years older than my cousins are like 8, 9, 10 years older. And so they're just giving me this gold. I started out the gate with like Wu-Tang and Tupac. And growing up was like Too Short.
Yes.
Freaking the Candyman melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Remember that one? Ooh, boy, all that shit. Debbie Deb, freaking Connie, all that old school shit. Oh my, Art LeBeau's greatest hits. Remember that shit? That was a West Coast thing. I'm not sure if it went.
We're sounding like two old men on a porch right now.
I missed that though. It was better.
It was so good.
Get this One Direction out of here. What? I want Debbie Gibson. I want the first Britney Spears. Remember Debbie Gibson?
I remember Debbie Gibson, man. Yeah. Have you ever heard of a group called? I hope you have. It was called New Edition.
Of course. Come on, Belle Biv DeVoe, Bobby Brown.
Yep.
Come on, man.
You know what they came from, right? You know how that all happened, right? So New Edition was formed. They did really well. Then the manager of New Edition goes, look, there's only because this was 20, 30 years ago, goes, there's only a certain like fame they can reach. They only can reach it because they're black. So he goes, I need to do this with some white dudes. The same manager. Guess who he made?
Backstreet Boys?
New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block? Oh yeah, it was damn.
Yeah. And now you see, like, I mean, he's like, these black kids, they only can go so far because they're black. If I do it with these white kids, they'll blow up. And so he did New Edition, blew them up, and then he went to New Kids on the Block. And like he said, because of race, it was only a certain level like New Edition could get to, but New Kids on the Block kicked the door in.
I had no idea.
You see? You're learning
Elvis all over again. Elvis all over again. He steal the music.
I do want to bring up something sad. We lost a friend recently.
Oh shit! Yeah, I could talk about it now. Oh boy,
man.
Oh,
Eric Myers. Um, Look, we all know he had demons. He faced a lot of things in his life. One of the funniest guys in the game when he was on, he was on.
Yeah.
When I heard, it was the weirdest thing when I heard about it because I didn't know how it happened. But the first thing you think is, yeah, it wasn't a shock. It was more like, yeah. But
I
then,
was
go ahead.
actually relieved. I was actually
Yeah,
relieved. A part of me was like, "Oh, you're finally
at
you can
peace.
rest," you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember reading about the story, and it's just the story I read, and I don't know if it's true, but walking down the freeway at 6 a.m. Is that
Yeah,
what you heard?
he got hit by a truck walking down the highway. It was dark. Truck driver didn't see him. It's rolled a complete accident. He's gone. Yeah.
Tell me a good memory with you and Eric.
Oh, this is a good dark one. It's just popped right in. So he used to have troubles with alcohol and would
Mhm.
relapse a lot, and I would be there for him and pick him up from the hospital or wherever he was. And one time I picked him up, and I was like, "Eric, you smell like piss," and he just looked at me. He's like, "I know," and we just fucking laughed. We just laughed. I saw him. I posted this recently, but this guy could murder like I unless you saw it, it was
Yeah,
unreal. It was like old school Pablo, old school Dane
yeah,
Cook. Like it blew the room up. It just shook the walls.
yeah,
I saw him tap out an audience at the Ontario Improv, sold out. He's headlining, does like 45, and they're like, stop. They're telling, but like a lot, like most of them, like I can't, and I've never seen anything like that. And I've seen them all, pretty much them all. I've seen Chappelle, Hart, Rock.
yeah,
We hang at the Comedy Store. You just see greatness all the time. They're always dropping in, and he did things where you're just like, fuck. And that's part of me. What like makes it extra sad. It was such a your talent. You should have been
yeah,
famous. You should have been
yeah,
doing theaters.
yeah,
You should have been like Joe Coy and Ron White and you were that caliber. You just couldn't get your demons in order.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad, man. I
Yeah.
remember I remember him doing a bunch of hot mess shows when I was doing that early, taking a bunch of comedians. I
Yeah.
met him in Florida back in the day, and the dude would just murder. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, you got to roll. You got to roll. And then, as you learn more about him, he would kind of disappear for a couple of months. Then he would be back on the scene, disappear for like
Yeah.
5, 6 months. And I was like, if this dude could just put it together, like,
Imagine the momentum.
oh,
He had to reset every 6 months to a
every
year.
6 months he had to reset.
And he
And
was yeah.
I was talking to some friends and I was like, after he got so much love after he passed away on social media, I go, I wish you could have seen this. But then it hit me that he did see it because so many people tried to help him.
Yeah.
He did see the love. You know what I mean? Where I feel like if you have your shit together and then all of a sudden people don't reach out and show love to people that have shit together.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, because they're like, oh, he's doing fine. And
Yeah.
then if they die, everybody's like, oh my God, I can't believe he died.
Yeah.
But since he was always in this state of in and out, I feel that he really saw people that loved him step up for him. And he saw it all throughout his life. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that gave me comfort in knowing like he did see it. He did see love.
He did. I just think he struggled with accepting it, or I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what it was. It was something. It was something heavy.
Yeah, man. But it's sad.
Yeah.
And a lot of people during this pandemic just sad, like I've known a couple people just commit suicide. It's like tough. It's really tough.
Yeah.
Right now.
It's fucking hard.
It's hard, man.
So, yeah, we lost a bunch of comics and, people like Jeff Scott and
Yeah.
just it's just crazy. It's just
Yeah.
we're just coming back and it's
Yeah,
like
you just kind of wish like dude, y'all went through so much during this pandemic. If you only could have waited like another 6 months when things are, maybe it
Yeah.
would have been different. Maybe, but you never know. You never know. So what do you got going on next? Where are you off to, Craig?
April 8th and 9th. Hang on. Got my calendar right here. I'm an old
You got a
man. I wrote
calendar
it
now.
on the wall. April 8th and 9th, San Antonio, baby.
Oh, is that
Woo!
what's the name of that club? LOL?
Big Laugh Comedy Club. I'm not doing LOL. It's at the Rock Box. Ticket links in my bio. It's on my website. I've been doing swipe uppies.
Swipe uppies.
San Antonio. You gotta do the swipe up.
I'm gonna do because of you. I'm gonna do a swipe up. Let me put my little banner up here for the people in the back. St. Louis, March 25th, 27th, Funny Bone.
Nice.
It's going down. Nice. It's gonna be a great show. Last time I was there, it sold out all the shows, but this time reduced capacity, so it's gonna sell out again. I just don't know. Like, you never know what you're gonna get when you go into a club. If that city's scared to go, if they're not, if they're vaccinated, if they're not, I don't know where people stand. So do you feel, because when everything was open, you felt pressure of selling. Do you feel that same pressure now since it's COVID? Because
I never really got to experience both, but I know that COVID gives me a little ease because, I sold 2 out because of the capacity rules, so I'm enjoying it. And I think no matter where you go, there's going to be people that are frustrated and just like, I just need to get out of the house. And I think that's going to help sales across the board for at all levels because people are just tired. They want to go do shit. They've been locked up.
Well, speaking about doing shit, what you doing today? Anything fun?
I have my podcast after this. And
tell everybody the name of it.
Community service. Yeah, thank you. I'm back.
Yeah, come on, man. I'm doing
community
your
service is Craig Conant. Michael Yo is on the pod. He makes fun of me for like 30 minutes for headlining in the middle. It was right when it happened. But yeah, community service is Craig Conant. I had Bill Burr. I had Michael Yo, and me.
Now that's what I wanted to ask. How'd you get Bill Burr?
He likes me.
Can I tell you, I've always wanted to be friends with Bill Burr, but I get so awkward around him.
I'm still nervous and scared. Yeah, I fucking love him. He's the best. Yeah,
he's the best. It's one of those dudes where I look at it and go, I want to be friends, but I probably couldn't bring anything because I don't drink. I don't smoke cigars. The only thing we could talk about is kids. I'm not aggressive like
he
him.
Loves his kids. He's a family man.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he likes me. He sees me with my niece and nephew. But he saw my on the internet, not even in real life. That's how it happened. Isn't that crazy?
What do you mean on the internet?
He saw my stand-up on the internet.
Oh, really?
I'd done like 10 shows with him. He never saw me live. And then he sees my shit floating on the internet. And I'm like, what? That's how?
And that's how did he reach out to you after that? Or what?
Well, yeah, because then I ran into him and he's like, I've seen you around, for 5 years. I just didn't know you were funny. And then he's like, you're a weirdo. And I was like, thanks, man.
You want to do my did you want to do my podcast?
No, I did that later, like way later.
Did I ever tell you my Bill Burr story?
Dude,
so we do South Beach Comedy Festival. He sells out the main arena. They have a main arena and a side arena. I'm in the side arena, like a 600 seater. So we're both sold out, but my show ends like 15 minutes before his start. So, but we share a hallway and my green room is on one side and his green room is on the other side. So I walk around the corner off, I get off stage and he sees me and he's standing in front of his door. Right. And this was the beginning of the year. I forgot what year, but like probably January 1st. Or 2nd or whatever. So he's working on his new set for the year. So he's in his head, right? And I walk by, he looks up and goes, Michael Yo, I know you from TV. and I look at, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this fucking Bill Burr. And I go, hi. Like, and he looks at me and goes, all right, and walks back in.
Yo, he's the nicest.
And then after his show, I'm like, oh, maybe I can catch him, make it up or something. So then his green room is packed with people, athletes, all type of people. I even know some of the people, and I walked by and I could hear that Sarah McLachlan, I will.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're all partying. My room is right across. And I'm just sitting there watching because I screwed up. I literally froze and went, hi.
Well, he's intimidating just because we look up to him and respect him. But in reality, he's the nicest dude ever. And he has all what he has is because he's He's just the dopest. He did SNL and then my podcast. I mean, come on. Like,
Yeah.
that guy's the best.
The best. All right, bro. Well, I got to run. I love you, man.
I love you too, bro. Thank you.
I want to
I'll
be
brush
on
my
your
hair next time. I'm sorry.
I want to be on your community podcast when I'm in LA.
Come on down in human form. I don't do this. You got to come visit me. You got to
I
shake
know.
my hand. You got to shake my
I'm not
hand.
shaking your fucking hand at all.
You got to shake my hand.
This is my
I love
shakes.
you, man. Thank you.
Love you. I'll talk to you soon.
We'll do a bow. I do have the antibodies. If there's ever a time to do it, it's right now.
It's right now.
I got Mother Nature's vaccine.
You're doing Tammy's show this weekend.
Yeah, Saturday.
I'm doing it next weekend. So I will be there next Friday. So maybe we can do something Friday or Saturday.
Let me know. I'll make my producer call in sick to Trader Joe's. That's not a joke.
All right, bro.
All right, peace.